In my last video, I shared with you my diet cycle and how I'd go from losing a bit of weight and feeling very hopeful to bouncing right back up and feeling like a failure. One tactic to another, one diet advice to another, in the hope that I would eventually get to the lean physique. I didn't understand at the time it wasn't about what I was doing. I had to change who I was being. Aligning your self-identity to your new body is the only way to a lasting transformation. And if you think this is just some woohoo esoteric BS, then I do feel for you, because you will probably end up, like me, back to where you started. If you want that long-term change, hit the subscribe button and let's get into it. Most people just want that quick fix, right? They just want the routine. Give me the regime, give me the regime. And those guys that do that, you probably, sad to say, won't actually get those results. You won't actually make it to that sick level. And when you talk about weight loss as well, there's so much that's to do with the mindset that you cannot leave this out. You want to have a long-term mindset. When you plan for a weight loss transformation, you don't want to aim for 3 months. You don't want to aim for 4 or 5 months even. Those are good milestones. Like, I want to be this by this month. But in terms of like, okay, I want to go from this average chubby blob to this sexy beast, that's going to take you minimum 6 months. More like 8 months to 12 months. And then you just stack and stack and stack. Don't think about next summer, think about the summer after, because it's also going to give you the freedom to relax a little bit, to not be too hard on yourself, because guess what that does? It again fries out your mental energy, and it's going to make you quit before, because you'll be like, I'm such a failure. I've been doing it for 3 months. I still don't look good. Of course you don't. What thing do you value in your life that you achieved in 3 months? Huh? It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. And if it was that easy, everyone would have it. Take pride in the fact that it's a long-term thing that you're committed to. And once you get there, it's going to be much more rewarding because you invested that much more time and effort. You want that actually, because when you do have that sexy body, not everyone's going to have it, because most people will have given up on the way. And you had the strength and the strategy to carry on. The second one, this is huge. You need to cause a self-identity shift. There's like 3 spheres of change. There's the behavioral change, there's the belief change, and then there's like the core identity change. There's various different sort of illustrations that show this, but you can change behaviors, and this is what most fitness people focus on. It's like, oh, exercise more, or do these exercises, eat less, oh, like wake up at this time. It's all actions. How you can change your actions, just like little behaviors that you can change. But those behavioral changes will not last a long time if the beliefs don't change. If your belief inside is that, oh, these things are very hard to do, then guess what? You're not going to sustain those actions. If your belief is these things don't really work, do they? You're not going to sustain those actions. If your belief is I'm not actually cut out for this, then you're not going to sustain those actions. If your belief is, it's the payoff is not good enough for all the effort I'm putting in, guess what? You're not going to sustain those actions. So you need to work on identifying what are my beliefs, what are my limiting beliefs that are making it hard to keep working out. And then you'll find that those limiting beliefs that you have actually stem from your self-identity. That's how you perceive yourself. That's the story that you've told yourself consciously and unconsciously based on your past experiences, based on your trauma, and they have kind of solidified what you consider to be yourself. Maybe you're like the average guy, the chubby guy. Maybe you're the unattractive guy. Maybe you're the popular guy. Maybe you're the buff guy. Maybe you're the skinny guy. Maybe you're the weak guy. Or girl, by the way. Like, whatever it is, you have this self-identity that you think is you. And because you've held on to this and you've gotten feedback in the world from it, some good, some bad, you actually want to hold on to this identity rather than change. Because change is scary. Changing means that you'll get different feedback from the world. Remember, your body is a surviving mechanism, and for survival it's better to be familiar with the feedback that's going to come, even if it's bad, because at least you know it, and subconsciously that feels more safe, so you won't want to change when you go on these transformations. And despite the fact that you think logically on the level of the surface belief and actions, you're like, oh yeah, I want to get like ripped, like look good. this is way deeper. Like down here is way, way, way deeper. The trauma and the self-identity. You innately believe, I don't deserve that body. I've never been that guy. It's going to be awkward for me to get that guy. What will people say if I really like start trying hard, and what if I'm not appreciated the same way? Like it's not even on the level of these thoughts, because once you vocalize it, you're kind of in the level of the conscious mind, but all this stuff is subconscious. You can't even really voice it, but there's something within you that you see as yourself that's holding you back from making those changes, that's creating those beliefs that we talked about, which then manifest themselves in different kinds of behavioral patterns. Just bear that in mind, that when you go on these body transformations and weight transformations, it's a very, very deep self-identity change that's being required, that is being asked of yourself, and not just some like, hey, work out more, eat less, and woohoo, you'll be good. Next thing is discipline. Discipline does matter. As much as I say that, self-identity and working on like getting rid of self-sabotage is the most important. And I do think that is the most important, and discipline largely can come much easier if you work on those things. But still, you want to have some form of discipline and that fortitude of mind to say, hey, I don't feel like going, but I'm gonna do it because I committed to it. So you need to commit to this thing. You need to commit to your new body. You need to visualize what you're gonna look like at the end of this transformation process. You need to keep visualizing it, and then you need to commit and say, that is what I'm gonna be. You are willing to forego certain things. You're willing to sacrifice certain things for the achievement of that goal. Choose a time in the day or the days of the week where you will dedicate your mind and your body to training, and show up when you don't even feel like it. And even if you show up and do like one exercise and leave, that's way better. Just do that. You want to accept yourself at each stage of the transformation. A lot of people have self-hate. A lot of people have self-worthiness issues, again based on past experiences and trauma and relations with their family and friends and stuff, which causes a lot of guilt and self-hate about their body and even themselves, even their mind and things. But essentially, this transformation can only happen if you accept yourself right now. And accepting yourself right now also applies to all the stages of change. So when you've changed a bit, accept yourself then. When you change a bit more, accept yourself then again. And by acceptance, you're saying, I fully accept that this is the stage that I'm at, that this body is mine. I love my body for allowing me to do all the things that I currently can do. I love my body, and because I love my body, I can open myself up for more improvements. Okay, notice how different that is to thinking, oh my God, I look so shit. Oh God, why am I so fat? Oh, look at this belly. And all the guilt and the shame compounds. Again, releasing all the wrong hormones. Guess how you get out of that? Food coma. You see? Positive reinforcement and also just self-acceptance and gratitude towards each stage of the transformation is the best way. It's the best way. And this is what's going to allow you to do the final thing that I'll mention in the mindset section, which is to enjoy the process. If you're accepting and grateful for each stage of the transformation, you're actually going to enjoy the process a lot more, because you won't be hating on yourself. You'll be accepting and grateful, and you'll enjoy the process. Enjoy the process because it's fun. It wake up. It can be fun. It's fun. I had fun doing this. Not, most people go about diets and training like, whoa. No, like, what is the point of that? Enjoy it. It's supposed to be fun, and have fun. That's going to actually make you be more consistent and actually help you get to your goals. Try to think, how can I make this process more fun for me? That wraps up the mindset section, therefore all the 3 parts of the body transformation. I really, really hope that this helped, especially this mindset section, if you've managed to stay till the end and internalize some of these lessons, because I think it's extremely, extremely important. If you want some deep dive into some of these ideas that's going to help you build an amazing physique and do it in a fun way, be sure to hit the subscribe button. If you have any questions on this, or you just want to spark up a discussion, leave a comment below and I'll be sure to get back to you.